This is CNN Breaking News.
Breaking news from Benghazi, Libya. In eastern Libya, the U.S. ambassador to Libya, stationed in Tripoli, actually killed in that assault yesterday on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi. His name is J. Christopher Stephens. He was named to that position by the president just in May. And it looks as though, from the best of our reporting, he was fleeing the consulate there under that attack, and he and 3 others were killed in a rocket attack. We have spoken with a Greek contractor at the mission who said that yes, he saw his body and he saw the bodies of 3 others. I want to go now to Elise Labott, our CNN State Department producer, who can bring us up to speed on what the State Department is not saying at this hour about this attack. We know an official has been killed. That was something the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton confirmed last night. We didn't know who it was. It looks as though now, Elise, it was the ambassador.
It looks now it was the ambassador, Chris Stephens. Original our understanding last night that it was not Chris Stephens, but it now apparently, as we've seen from that confirmation that it is, this is really going to be devastating, Christine, to the whole diplomatic community and the whole State Department community. Chris Stephens was one of the most popular ambassadors and foreign service officers really in the whole department, and he was such a Middle East hand. Everybody knew him, really loved Libya. He's been working in and out of Libya for the better part of about 5 years. Started in 2007 as the first U.S. official to go on the ground as the U.S. was restoring its ties to the regime of Muammar Gaddafi and really trying to build up U.S. political and economic relationships there. Then when the Arab Spring happened and the Libyans took to the streets against Muammar Gaddafi, he was quickly appointed as the ambassador to the transitional government in Benghazi, really helping them to build a transitional government that could be ready the day after Muammar Gaddafi fell. And so when Muammar Gaddafi did eventually fall, there was nobody, he was really the only choice that could be seen as the ambassador to Libya to stand up this new government. And Christine, I was at his swearing in. We were at a lot of events for him before he left. He loved Libya so much. He felt so warmly about the people there, and he was really helping to get this young new country back on its feet. And so it's really going to be not just devastating to his family and friends, but really the whole State Department today will be mourning.
And you mentioned young. This is a young guy. I believe it was Secretary of State Hillary Clinton who referred to him as a young diplomat. He's a career member of the Senior Foreign Service appointed by President Obama. He arrived in Tripoli in May of 2012. And as you mentioned, part of the Libyan Transitional National Council during the Libyan Revolution. But you knew him personally. This is somebody, I don't know that you would consider him a friend, but when we were talking to you earlier, it sure sounded like it. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Well, the thing about it, when we cover the State Department or we cover any beat, we really try to be objective and not, cover these people as friends. But there are some people that you see socially and that you get to know a little bit better. And Chris Stephens was one of those people. He really reached out to such a wide bunch of people to really not just be social, but also to get their opinions. He always wanted to talk about how we saw the situation in Libya. He was also an expert on arms control and served in the Bureau of Arms Control for a while. But I remember when he came back from Libya after his appointment in 2007, he used to say, I want to get back to Libya. I want to get back to Libya, because he loved the country so much. Really one of the most popular guys, really, as you can see from those pictures there, a good-looking guy, really popular with the ladies at the State Department. Everyone really liked him a lot. He was just seen as a really nice guy, no agenda, no ego, just wanted to get at the important work of the U.S. government in Libya and around the world.
And we know he was in Benghazi at the U.S. Consulate there. We know that there are three other people who were killed with him, probably State Department people, according to one of our sources, but we're still waiting for State Department. At least we're still waiting for State Department confirmation. When can we expect that?
I think it's going to be coming in the next few hours. I mean, even sources that I call regularly and are really good about picking up the phone, everybody right now is hunkering down in meetings. They've been up all night because they were working on the embassy issue in Cairo and also trying to secure this facility in Benghazi overnight. So they've been working all night. Right now, I think what they're going to be doing is not only trying to secure those facilities in Libya, but also I think they, right now, before they speak too publicly about what's going on, they want to make sure all U.S. diplomatic facilities, particularly in the Middle East, are secure right now. As we've seen, there's been this foment of anti-American sentiment, and there's a lot of skittish people at the State Department. I think right now, securing the facilities is going to be important, and then they'll get to the work of confirming and mourning Chris Stephens and the others that were killed.
All right, Elise Labette live in Washington for us. And that picture that you're looking at there is Chris Stephens, U.S. ambassador to Libya, who was killed overnight in an attack. We're going to have much more when we come back.